Hi, this is Danielle Perkins, and this is round 13.
We ain't playing with ya. Step your ass up. What you wanna do? And get your ass knocked down. What you wanna do? Get ready. What you wanna do? 3-6 Mafia. Let's go. Yeah. We ain't playing. It's going down. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. It's a fight, head bust 'em, head bust 'em. It's a fight, head bust 'em, head bust 'em. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with the right. We gon' hit 'em with the left, hit 'em with
Well,
the
here
right.
we are with Danielle Perkins, WBC heavyweight champion. Thanks a lot for these minutes. I know you've been busy, but today is your day off, so I'm less guilty for bothering you. First, I want to know what have you been up to, considering that your last fight against Monica Harrison has been a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to, or I was scheduled to fight Hannah Gabriels for the WBC Gold and the WBA World Championship belts, but she tested positive for COVID. We were waiting on a confirmation. She said after a month of training, essentially. As of right now, it depends on what our next steps would be in terms of exercising the mandatory challenge. But as of right now, I have like 2 or 3 other options that we may explore. I can't necessarily talk about them right now because the contracts haven't been signed, but we got a couple of options that we're waiting on. But definitely before the year is out, I will fight for both of those titles, possibly. If not, I will. I will fight for those titles within a year, but probably 2 more titles as well.
How do you keep yourself motivated, considering that heavyweight woman division is not so active? Just only a few surnames there, a few names. How do you keep yourself motivated every day to keep fighting?
Well, I think if you want to be a champion, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It's just a matter that it happens. But also, when I was an amateur and I first started off as an amateur, my first 2 years, it was very difficult to find fights. Then all of a sudden, Team USA and boom, out of nowhere, I have an additional 15, 16 fights. So I fought 11 fights with Team USA. On the elite level, and then of course just club shows here and there because people wanted to have the opportunity to get in the ring with me. So I think that's something that's coming down the pipe. I think more people will from the 78 come up to 78 from the 77. That light heavyweight division is also pretty scarce. So there's some opportunity, but also I don't have a problem going down to 77 to take those fights. It's only a couple pounds. I don't weigh that much, but there's opportunity, and then of course there's MMA.
Mhm. How do you train? I suppose you spar with men, but let me know your training day.
Well, I mean, generally I wake up in the morning and I do some like indoor cycling just to kind of get instead of running. I took that from Canelo.
Yeah.
And then later on in the day, maybe around like 3 or 4 hours after my morning, just wake up conditioning. I'll have strength and conditioning, and then usually I get to the gym around the afternoon for like just touch work, reaction time, just to stay sharp. You don't know who you're fighting. There's honestly no way to perform, like to prepare for that. So all we do is make sure that I stay sharp. So no matter who it is, it's like my footwork's on point, my conditioning's on point, and I'm in great condition.
Despite I understand you trust your skills, but considering your inactivity, do you feel ready for Gabriels right now?
Yeah. I mean, we basically, to be fair, we basically trained 5 months to fight her because the fight was put off like either 5 or 6 times. Like we peaked, got ready, and then we had to reset. Peak, got ready, had to reset. For some reason, it just continued to get canceled. And then when we were at the absolute moment of signing the contracts, getting all the documents together, she has COVID. So to fight Gabriels, it's like she's probably the only person I'm actually prepared to fight right now.
Last April 30th, Serrano Taylor, more than 1 million viewers, delighted with maybe the most or the biggest fight in women's boxing history. Why do you think that women's boxing has conquered so many people right now and not in the past?
I think it's the quality of the fighter. You know, the fighter with pedigree, someone who's gonna go through the same ranks as male fighters that have shown like excellence in fighting, like having someone get through the amateurs, become a world champion, become an Olympian, like the highest level of amateur boxing, and then you see good skill. Like the fight's not all messy. Amanda Serrano is an extremely disciplined fighter. So is Katie Taylor. So it was a hard fight. And of course they got cut. There's some headbutts, and these ladies just continue to fight. Like previously you'd see fights and it's just like one person's skilled and the other person's just literally trying to figure out, how did I get a fight with someone who's going to beat me so badly and all my friends are here? Like it becomes like one of those just embarrassing moments, almost like America's Funniest Home Videos or something.
I feel sorry because there is not such a quantity of heavyweight to see a show like, for example, Joshua against Klitschko. That was a super fight. I relayed your fight, and my fellow partner, who was an amateur boxer, a woman, said she reminds me of Joshua about you when she saw you. And I said, oh, it's a pity that there is not a Klitschko,
There is a Klitschko and Hannah Gabriels. She's going to give me those belts, and I'll give her a nice uppercut to take home.
Well, thanks a lot for this moment. Let me ask you one more thing. What's your boxing dream? Just to be world champion or something else?
Well, I want to leave this combat sport as, an MMA champion and a boxing champion. I want to take every single title. I had a conversation when we were on Clarissa's card with all the sanctioning bodies, and they generally don't have heavyweight titles. And when they saw me and Mark and Clarissa together, they're like, she actually is ready for a heavyweight title, like from us. So that opportunity opening up, where now you'll have more than two opportunities, like two belts. Like even the WBA, it's a light heavyweight belt. So it's like not a heavyweight belt, but it'll be my heavyweight belt. And then of course there's some other, the IBO, and there are other belts. I would like to win the Ring Magazine belt. I want to come home with every opportunity that someone at 165, 154, in terms of being labeled as like a unified champion. I would like to have all those opportunities, and the fights. I don't know if they'll live up to Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, but I mean it'll be good for me.
And maybe motivate other girls, young ladies, that instead of going to basketball or other sports, they can see you as a model to reach, and that may be interesting.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. If I can, I mean that actually is one of my missions. I would love to have. Actually, it would be cool if me and Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua in retirement could come together and create like training camps for heavyweights. And like get future heavyweights to that podium, whether it's on being a world champion or being an Olympian. Teach them how to fight or create a fighting style or enhance their fighting style as a heavyweight, because it used to be stiff. Ali changed the game, Tyson changed the game, Foreman is an ox, but here's the thing: you have a guy who doesn't slip, doesn't really throw a jab, but if he touches you with something, you're gonna go down. So Anthony Joshua, he looks like an action figure. That guy's ripped up. And then you got Tyson Fury, who could care less. He'll eat a donut, but he'll outbox you. Great footwork, great head movement, good showmanship. You know, he brings something very different to boxing in general, and a lot of respect to Tyson Fury. You know, taking that Wilder fight after having COVID for a month. Like, that guy is incredible, and winning, gassed.
Thanks a lot, and well, forever, for anything you need, I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite.
Bye.
Bye.
Fighting out of Houston, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Danielle Perkins.